Corinne with Thompson RV in Pendleton, Oregon. Today I'm going to show you the brand new 2024 Timber Ridge 25 RDS Titanium Series by Outdoors RV. If you're on our channel, most likely you are familiar with the Outdoors RV products and what high quality of RVs that they build. If you're new here, be sure and do your research. When it comes down to custom built chassis, Outdoors RV is one of the only manufacturers out there that builds their own chassis. A true Four Seasons package, as well as other high quality components, cabinetry. Everything that they do is above and beyond what you're going to find in the RV industry. So if you're not familiar with that, research a little bit more on our channel, as well as Outdoors RV has their own YouTube channel. So the 25 RDS, it has been a hot minute since I have done this video, or this particular floor plan. We do have the 250 RDS, that's the Blackstone version. It is 1 foot longer. We have a couple of those videos as well. It's going to be the exact same thing as this trailer with 1 additional foot in the bedroom as well as a closet slide. If you're trying to keep the length down a little bit, this one is going to be 31 foot 2 inches, where the Blackstone is going to be a foot longer. So this is hands down one of my favorite floor plans. I know I say I love every single floor plan, which I actually do, but this, if I had to pick just one, it'd be the RDS. So either the Blackstone or the Timber Ridge. There's a lot of reasons why that is, but this one checks all the boxes. So if somebody was to come to me and say, hey, I'm going to buy a trailer sight unseen, you know, which one's going to have great counter space, great storage, good windows, right? All of the things, a good bathroom, everything. This one does everything, but in a fairly short package. So the main reason I love this one, and when I owned this model years ago, was I love the rear dinette with the picture windows. The reason being is I find that I end up spending a lot of my time at the dinette, whether it's answering emails to you guys or drinking a cup of coffee and reading a book. I just find that I am back here a lot, and it's a great way to actually enjoy the view. So if you have chairs or a couch in the back, you're kind of really not looking out the windows, where this one, you're actually back here enjoying the view out the back windows as well as the large side windows. This is Outdoors RV's Mountain Dinette. This comes in all of their different floor plans. This does make into a bed, and it is over 7 feet long. Also, they use marine grade components as far as their legs and bases, so much sturdier than other dinettes that you're going to find on the market. Storage on each side. They actually have a lock, and then this is a full length drawer. The one on this side is just a little bit narrower because of the slide out. Dual pane windows, so extra insulation for less condensation and additional warmth in the winter, and then keeps out the heat in the summer. The titanium series, so I did mention this is a titanium series, which we do almost all titaniums here at Thompson RV. I have a video out that is everything you get on a titanium over the mountain series. All of us own trailers, all of us own titaniums. We just know that the quality and all of the components that you get on a titanium really do make it worth the extra money. It's almost like you're selling yourself just a little bit short if you choose the Mountain Series. Now, granted, sometimes the Mountain Series fits into your budget, or maybe it fits into your weight a little bit better. The titanium is going to be 500 pounds heavier, but for the most part, we do almost all titaniums here at Thompson RV because of the additional features that you get. I will point out some of those throughout the video, but if you want to know every single option that's on a titanium, be sure and watch that other YouTube video on our channel. So because this is a new 2024, you are going to get the lighter linen wallboard, and then they removed the side valances, so you have more bright and light instead of having wood here. You're going to get the slow rise blackout shades. Because this is a titanium and you get the elongated window in the door, it's really hot right now, so we have the doors open, but you have an elongated window that I can show you from the outside. You also get a blackout shade here as well. Titanium feature is going to be the remote. So if you are parking and you want to put the slide out, but you need to walk around and make sure that it's not going to hit something, you have a remote here. You can run the slide out, you can run your awning, you can also run your awning light. One thing to note about the awning light is if you ever come over here and you're running the awning light switch on the wall and it's not working, you already own a titanium, you have to make sure that the remote is in the on position. So if the switch isn't working and you go, oh my gosh, my light isn't working, you have to get into the remote, make sure it's turned on, and then the switch will operate, FYI. Right here by the entry door, you're going to have your water heater switches, your water pump switch, awning, slide out. So if you don't want to use the remote, you can use the switches right here on the wall. We also option in the 12-volt heat pad on the fresh water tank. In addition to Outdoors RV's fully enclosed and heated underbelly, we also option in the 12-volt heat pad. So that would be used if you're driving down the road through freezing temps and you don't want your fresh water to freeze, then you would kick on that 12-volt heat pad. You have a panel here to run your auto leveling system. You have a panel out on the outside as well, which is typically where we're going to do most of the auto leveling. But if you ever have questions and need to see something about your system, you would get into this pin pad or the pad right here. Since we're over here, there is extra storage under the kitchen sink that you can access from this side. So the 25 RDS has a really great kitchen. Again, without being too long, right? You don't have to go 34 or 35 feet to get good kitchen space. So you've got all this counter space here, as well as this additional space on the other side of the stove. Often you have a wall right here, which isn't great for grease, but also if you have a handle on your pot, it has to be facing this way, where this, you can move it any which way, right? You get the Suburban stove, which is a nice big oven. A lot of people I talk to don't use their ovens. I use my oven all the time in my trailer. And so having something that actually has the depth to bake muffins or banana bread or something like that is really nice. Even though you have a lot of counter space, you are going to get extra counter space in the glass cover that goes on the stove. So you can fold that back when you're ready to cook. You've got a 3-burner stove. The front is high output, so if you want to boil water quick, you'd use the front burner. And then when not in use, you can close it back up, and then you have more counter space. You get the knife rack back here. You also get 2 windows in the kitchen. And then again, storage. With just the addition of this, you get a ton of storage. So large pantry. I know one year I knew that I was going to a park to camp. So I actually packed my electric griddle right in here and then popped it up on the countertop when we got to where we were going. That was a nice feature because it's something I use at home every single day. And so it's more of a hassle to not have it. So it was really cool that I had the storage and the counter space to pack that on our long trip. Additional storage up here. A bank of 3 drawers, a spice rack, and then that additional storage under the kitchen sink. Even though you already have a ton of counter space, they're going to give you a flip-up countertop extension and 2 additional drawers. You get the high-arc faucet in the titanium, but it's the extra nice one, so it's a little bit beefier. It has the nice pull-out faucet. Solid surface countertops with the sink covers, and then the single basin farm-style sink, stainless steel, with the rack to protect the bottom of the sink. The titanium not only has solid surface countertops in the kitchen, but you're also going to get it where in a mountain you would have Formica. So under the TV, in the bathroom, and then in the bathroom they give you an underslung stainless steel sink, and then next to the bed, which I'll show you here in a bit. So the solid surface countertops come everywhere in a titanium, not just in the kitchen. Another titanium feature is that they trim everything out in wood. So where this would be inlaid in a mountain series with Formica, it's actually going to be wood in the titanium, so it just looks a little higher end. You also get the raised panel cabinet doors. So they're a thicker cabinet. The mountain series is nice. It comes with a shaker style door, but this is, you can tell when I open and close them, they're sturdy. They're like a household cabinet. So that's a really, again, really nice feature that comes in the titanium. The 25 RDS as well as the 250 RDS, because everything in this area is going to be the same between those 2 floor plans. The only difference is in the bedroom. So you're always going to get this little, they call it a pantry. I used it as a wardrobe because I have 3 boys. They each had their own shelf for clothing. I had a sleeper sofa right here, which is where they slept. Theater seating is what we typically stock these with. We stock the furniture though, so if a person came in and said, I want this unit, but I really need the sleeper sofa, we can just swap it out. We also have the different colors. So the titanium you can get in either the light color or the dark color. So the dinette is always two-tone. And then you can get the theater seating or the sleeper sofa in either or, the light or the dark. So yeah, 3 shelves right here, and then also an additional drawer underneath. And then over here, you've got some more storage above the TV, some below the TV, and even right here. These are great for games, DVDs, whatever. I still watch DVDs, so that's what we typically put in there. You do have a DVD player. So this is plumbed directly into the TV as well as into the speakers. So it Bluetooths to your phone. It has all of the different hookups like HDMI, USB, and then, like I said, it also does DVDs or CDs if you want to listen to CDs. You have a charging station right here, so USB and 12-volt outlets. Jensen flat screen TV, so this is the 32-inch and it is 12-volt. So you don't have to be plugged in or running a generator in order to watch television. It's all 12-volt. Right here, so we do the max air fans in all of our units. That is not something that comes in the titanium package, and it's not something that comes standard. So it's something we order specifically. We have one right here in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, and then one above the bed. But it's a 10-speed fan, so you've got a little remote here. You can change it to exhaust or intake, 10 speeds, and you can set a thermostat. So if it gets cold at night, it'll turn off when you say set it to 67 degrees. It'll turn off when it gets to 67. They also have a built-in rain cover, so you can run them going down the road in the rain. You can leave them open however often you want because it does have the built-in max air cover in the max fan. New 12-volt Furrion fridge, which is quite large, especially the freezer. So it used to be an 8 cubic foot fridge. Now that they've gone 12-volt, it is going to be a 10 cubic foot fridge. I was actually shocked when I used mine a month ago or so how much storage there was, especially in the freezer. The only thing that you want to know about the 12-volt fridge is now all of the Outdoors RVs are coming standard with 400 watts of solar. We're optioning in 600 watts of solar and even sometimes 1,000 watts. You're going to want ample solar, and then also we would recommend maxing out lithium batteries, which will be 3 on the tongue. So I can talk about that a little bit more on the outside, but that is so that your fridge and everything in here can operate properly and set yourself up for success. Just go with the max battery package. The bathroom in the 25 RDS, you've got a nicely positioned toilet, so you have plenty of legroom. It is a porcelain toilet. You always have a heat duct and an air conditioning duct in all of the Outdoors RV bathrooms. There's a pump switch here on the wall that you can't see, but that is, let's say you stop going down the road and you want to jump in and use the restroom, but dang it, the pump switch is all the way back at the door. Not anymore. You have the pump switch right here, so you can turn it on, use the toilet, and then turn it back off. The max air fan in here is not on the same remote that I just showed you. It's going to be on a wall switch, and it's just a 4-speed exhaust only because it's in a bathroom. They're assuming that you're pretty much always going to be using the exhaust feature. So 4 speeds, exhaust only. Towel hooks. And then because it's a titanium, you're going to get the vanity mirror. You always get a solid hardwood medicine cabinet. Again, titanium is going to have the solid surface countertops with the underslung stainless steel sink. As you can see, you get a little additional counter space in the 25 RDS and 250 RDS. And then you have storage under the sink here and here, and then a hidden toilet paper holder, which I find kind of nice. An additional towel hook right up here. 2 more towel hooks on this wall, which would be kind of by this shower. And then the glass shower with the Neo angle tub. And because it's a titanium, you're going to have the upgraded shower hardware. So not just a set location for your shower head, it's adjustable for different heights, as well as a soap dish. You always get the skylight, and then as always an air conditioning duct so that the bathroom can stay cool in the summertime. So your bathroom is always going to be the same temperature as the rest of the trailer, which seems like not rocket science, but apparently it is. So Outdoors RV, they do a heat register and air conditioning duct in all of their bathrooms. And here in the bedroom, it is a double door model, so you're going to have your entry door right here as well, and you also get a roll shade, so if you want to sleep in, you can black out the window. Coat closet. As I stated earlier, the 25 RDS and the 250 RDS have a ton of storage, especially for the size. The coat closet is something you don't get in a lot of models, but you do in this one. It does have a removable shelf here if you need to hang longer items, and then a drawer right below. And then kind of standard to all outdoors RVs with the north-south bed, you're going to have the same setup here where you have a wardrobe closet on each side as well as storage above the bed. Because it's a titanium, solid surface countertops on each side of the bed, under cabinet lighting, and then also the reading lights, and these are directional. And so that was one thing that years ago kind of sold me on the titanium, was I loved the lighting in the bedroom. It's amazing how often in the middle of the night I'll turn this on to see, something on my nightstand. Also, I like to read actual books, not on a Kindle, so I like having the directional reading light. Another Max Air fan above the bed. And then because it's a titanium, you're going to get the 12-volt TV at the foot of the bed. That's a 19-inch with a DVD player in the side. So now where the 25 RDS Timber Ridge and the 250 RDS Blackstone differ is just right here in the bedroom. So first, this one you have to kind of turn sideways to get around the bed, where in the 250 RDS, because you get an extra 12 inches, you can easily walk straight through without turning sideways. The other thing is that in the 250 RDS, you're going to get the wardrobe slide out. Now you will lose this window because there's going to be a slide out closet here. And then they give you a skylight right above for additional light. But that is going to be the only difference between the 25 RDS and the 250 RDS. Second slide and an extra foot. So now you know the differences. So it just kind of depends on your pickup, how long you want to go, as far as which one you would choose, the 25 RDS or the 250 RDS. So now let's take a peek with the slide out in. We'll see what we can access and what we can't while driving down the road, and then we'll do a quick walk around of the outside. So as you can see with the slide out in, you can access everything except for this part of the dinette and the TV, but you can easily come through the back door and make a sandwich, get in the refrigerator, use the restroom, take a nap. Everything is accessible, again, except for the TV cabinet area and then the slide out side of the dinette. The coolest features about the titanium are actually found on the outside of the trailer. Lamelux 4000 high gloss gray fiberglass is one of those. So it's an extra shiny, nicer grade of fiberglass. It just looks richer, but also it's going to stay shiny and new looking for a lot longer. Frameless dual pane windows. You get chrome accents on all of the doors. You get a backup camera, side marker cameras, 15K air conditioner, but also the auto leveling system. So if you've never experienced the auto leveling system, there's no way to know how amazing it is. Once you've had it, there is no going back. I had a gentleman the other day and he said, you always talk a lot about the auto leveling system in your videos. And I just thought, well, that sounds like one more thing to go wrong. And he just took his brand new 27 TRX titanium. He got it out to the RV park here in town. He deployed the auto leveling system and he called me and he was like, oh my God, you weren't kidding. That is the coolest thing ever. I don't know how I've lived without it for this long. So if you're one of those that thinks it might not be as cool as I say it is, trust me, it is the coolest feature ever. I actually just went to a toy hauler this year because they finally added the auto leveling, because after having fifth wheels and titanium trailers with it, I couldn't imagine going back and having to stack up blocks and pull up on them in order to level. So the auto leveling, absolute game changer. As I stated earlier, the 25 RDS is going to be a double door model. So you've got your rear entry door as well as your front entry door. Both are going to have the nice big lend-a-hand grab bar handle, triple aluminum folding steps, the elongated window. Now you can see what I was talking about from the inside, so you have a shade for that from the inside, but it's an elongated, nicer looking window with a better view. Chrome locks. Right here, this is going to be your 10-gallon water heater, so that's gas and electric. Right here, this is where you're going to fill your 80-gallon fresh water tank. The awning is all electric. As I showed you earlier, it runs off either a switch or the remote, and it is wrapped in aluminum to protect the fabric. Push a button, the awning comes out. Outside speakers, those are going to run off of the stereo inside. So whether you want to listen to the stereo or CD or Bluetooth to your phone, all of that will play on the outside as well. 110 outlet here under the awning. So if you need to plug something in, like a ice chest or something that needs to be plugged in, you can do that there. All of the Outdoors RVs are going to come with what they call the Off-Road X4 suspension package. So that is the new All-Trek 4000 More Ride suspension, heavy duty shackles with bronze bushings, greasable zerts, and the KYB off-road shocks. The Timber Ridge and above are all going to come with 16-inch wheels and tires now, and they're all load range E. The Creekside is the only model that comes with the 15-inch, but they are still also load range E. Access and venting for your furnace, the fire pit and barbecue hookup. So right through this little hatch, you're going to have an LP quick disconnect. So you can do exactly what the sticker says. You can hook up a barbecue or a fire pit. As I stated earlier, rear observation camera. It's not just for backing up. You can use it going down the road. You also now have side marker cameras, insulated luggage doors, magnetic catches. In the front storage compartment, you're going to have the rubberized diamond plate flooring. All of this is insulated because right above that is going to be your bed and your nightstands. So it's all insulated. In here, you have the auto leveling buttons. This is where we typically auto level ours. Otherwise, if you do it from the inside, you have to stand there and you can't move until it's done auto leveling. But from outside, you can push the button and then go about your business outside without having to wait and not move. Battery kill switch, 12-volt and USB charger here in the front compartment, as well as a light switch, and then your solar charge controller. So again, they're coming standard with 400 watts of solar. We would recommend typically going 600 if you plan on boondocking, and then if it has 1,000 watts, you would actually have 2 solar charge controllers in the front compartment. Slam latch luggage doors. This is a port so that you can hook in an additional 200 watts of solar. I had somebody ask me the other day if it's wired specifically for ZAMP. Not necessarily. So there's 2 different plugs. We just need to know if you do have a portable solar panel. We just need to know how yours is wired so we can make sure that this one is wired correctly to match your particular panel. Because the Timber Ridge is going to be built on the 8-inch custom chassis, you are going to get the full fiberglass front cap that wraps all the way around, so you don't have a seam here at the edge. You're going to have a seam that actually is wrapped over the sidewall, so the odds of getting any kind of water intrusion on that are going to be slim to none. The rhino lining on the front to protect the front cap is also a nice feature. This toy lock right here, this is a cable lock that comes in conjunction with the mountain storage package. I get tons of questions when people see the MSRP sheets. They go, what's the mountain storage package? Well, that's the rear receiver hitch, the 2-inch rear receiver hitch, as well as the toy lock. So let's say you pack e-bikes on the back of your trailer, you get to camp and you take them off, you ride them around, and you want to go to town or something, so you set your e-bikes here, run the cable through them, and lock them together. That's why the hitch and the toy lock come together. They're assuming whatever it is you packed in on the back, you might want to lock up if you leave camp. 2 7.5-gallon propane tanks, the new underslung coupler. Right here on the power jack, you have the hitch caddy. So you've got your safety chains can connect here, your 7-way cord, as well as your breakaway cable. That way when you park, everything's not laying in the dirt or slung over your A-frame. You can have a nice little spot to hang everything. We option in the 4 battery tray on all of our units. Now lithiums are just ever so slightly longer than a regular battery, so it only fits 3. If you watch some of our other videos, I just have 1 single battery on here for this video, but all of our other videos we typically showcase our 4 battery custom powder coated aluminum locking box. Again, it'll only fit 3 lithium. So if you get the tray from the factory, and then we sell the powder coated locking box, and we can fit 3 of the 100 amp hour Battleborn lithiums. So that's going to be a great setup to run your 12-volt fridge, especially if you do want a boondock. So 600 watts of solar, more or less minimum if you want a boondock, and then the 3 batteries. Coming around this side, you've got another access storage door to your pass-through storage. Black tank flush. So when you have dumped your black and gray tanks, you can hook up a hose here and flush out your black tank. Speaking of that, these are the hatches for the 2 valve handles. So you're going to have your black and your gray. They all come through the same tube, but obviously 2 different tanks. And then you have a light here to illuminate that space if you need to dump your tanks in the dark. Outside shower with an insulated door. And then also your city water connection. So if you're staying in a park and you don't want to fill up 80 gallons of water and you just want to run off of city water, you would do that right here. Slide out topper, that's another feature that is going to be standard on the Titanium series. You can option it into the Mountain series, but it is standard on all Titaniums. It's just one of those things. The upgraded mattress, that was one thing I didn't mention when we were inside. When you take a Mountain series, now you're optioning in a rear observation camera, a slide out topper, a new mattress, etc., etc. Once you've added all those things, you might as well have just gone for the Titanium. So just food for thought on that one. This is where you would hook up your 30 amp power cord. All Timber Ridges are going to be 30 amp service. Another difference between the 250 RDS is if you did option it in with 50 amp service, you can add the second bedroom air conditioner. So all of the Timber Ridges, no 50 amp service. Blackstone, it is optional. So if a second bedroom air, if you live in the southern states where you get a lot of heat and humidity, up here in the Pacific Northwest, we get really hot, but it's dry, so you typically don't need 2 airs. Down in the south, you might need 2 air conditioners. So that is something, that would be a reason that you would go to the 250 RDS. Not only would you get that slide and a little more room around the bed, but you'd get the second air conditioner option. Satellite and cable hookup. Coming around the back, the 4-inch steel bumper. In conjunction with the rear observation camera too, you are going to get the backup lights. So if you are backing into a space and it's dark, it will illuminate the area so you know where you're backing up into. Full-size spare tire, and then a heavy-duty ladder to get up and down off of the roof. We do recommend that you get up and down off the roof and check your sealants every 6 months or so. Just make sure everything's good up there. It is a full walk-on roof, so don't be afraid to get up there. It is completely sturdy. They have pictures of 30 different people on one roof, so they're very, very strong. So yes, nice ladder to get up and down. And then again, that hitch that I was talking about, part of the Mountain storage system, the 2-inch receiver on the back, that will hold up to 250 pounds. So if you have a generator or you want to pack e-bikes or something of that nature, it will haul up to 250 pounds. Thank you so much for watching our video on the Timber Ridge 25 RDS today. If you have any questions, we've got the number and our website listed down below. Everybody here at Thompson RV has been doing this a long time and everybody is super knowledgeable. So if you have questions on one floor plan versus another, or just questions in quality altogether, be sure and give us a call. We absolutely love when you call us and tell us you've been watching our YouTube channel. So thank you so much for watching, and let us know if you have any questions.